This is your tutorial for your digital story. What you want to do is start off in the Windows tab, open up Windows Movie Maker, and it will bring you to this location. Now you're going to create a digital story from the photos that you've collected throughout the unit. And as soon as you have collected the appropriate photos, you're going to save them to your photo folder in your media folder. What you're going to do is you're simply going to add photos, and we'll click on the Add Photos link. And I'm not going to do a history story right now. I'm just going to take some photos that were taken up from Link. Now you can double click them and you're going to see it's going to give you 2 photos. And what those 2 photos will do is it will give you 7 seconds of playtime. And as you go through, you just continue to add photos, and we'll do a little practice video for a Link activity we did in the fall. So I'll add, let's see, we'll add another one in the nurse's office. You may recognize her. She's our Miss WHS. So you have photos, and what will end up happening if you start back here is it will play. And you see the countdown here, and you have a total of 21 seconds of video. Now your video will be about 3 to 5 minutes long. So your photos will illustrate what you're discussing at the time. Now in this 21 seconds you can add time, you can remove time, you can add elements and themes. So let's take a look at animation, and we can start off with different designs. You can also zoom in. So let's see what this looks like. You can add movement to the photos that you've added in. You can also change the photo to black and white. You can then view previews and add tools. So let's stick with the edit tool and go back to the beginning. Now let's say that you need an extra 2 or 3 minutes on this first section. You have, an extra 2 or 3 seconds. So here is 7 seconds. You can scroll down and add it to 10. And that will give you enough time to discuss how Miss WHS is our mascot for Washington High School, and how Link was charged with finding where she was around campus. Now I found at that time while I was speaking there wasn't enough time, so I go back and I can add another 2.5 seconds. What you want to do at this point is just play around with your project. Get a feel for where everything is at, and as you're writing your assignments for the questions regarding our annexation of Hawaii, the questions regarding the annexation of the Philippines, read your assignment along with the photos to make sure that the duration is correct. And that is how you set up photos in MyMovie to create a video. This portion of the tutorial is going to show you how to add voice to your digital story. So as you take a look at the headings, there's nothing that obviously says record. You have to take a few steps before that happens. So the first thing you want to do is go to your menu and click Sound Recorder. Now as I'm talking, you'll notice that the green bar is showing my volume, my inflection, pardon me, and every little cough. I haven't started to record yet, but what I'm doing right now is I'm testing whether or not my voice is loud enough to be picked up by the microphone. You're going to want to do this. It ensures that your voice is heard while you're doing the lesson. Now, my goal for this particular section is to add a voiceover to this photo or this section right here. So I simply want to discuss what we're doing with Mrs. WHS by the WHS sign. So I start recording. Link decided to give the link leaders a scavenger hunt. They were given photos of Mrs. WHS throughout WHS and were told to find her. Alright, what I have here is a sample. Now, as soon as I click stop, it will automatically open a window that allows me to save. I'm going to save to desktop, and I'm going to go ahead and do link 2. And I'm going to save. Close that out. Now we want to go to audio. Oops, there we go. And you click on link 2, and it will automatically place your vocal over that photo because that's where my starting line goes. So let's take a look. Link decided to give the link leaders a scavenger hunt. They were given photos of Mrs. WHS throughout WHS and were told to find her. My suggestion to you is to record what you want to say over that one photo. And that is how to add vocal to your digital story.